Yeah, Luke, can you update us on any of the injuries? I mean, is Tyler, what's Tyler's status? Is it changed at all or?
Tyler status hasn't changed at all. Caleb Anthony is in concussion protocol.
Okay. And Jay Rose still is in COVID protocol?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions for Lou?
No,
Hey, Lou,
oh, yeah.
what's it like sleeping on the football? Was it comfortable last night?
Yes. I showed the players. It was a nice picture. I showed the guys. Had pleasant dreams with the football. It was nice. It was awesome gesture. I was fortunate to have a couple of game balls throughout the careers, but I think that was probably, I know, is the special one.
Mike Crispino, go ahead.
Hey, Lou, I was just talking to somebody from Middle Tennessee State, and they asked me this question, so I'm going to ask you. Was there a huge sigh of relief winning a football game, or did you expect it was going to happen here soon, and it wasn't as much of a monkey off your back as many people might think?
No, just happy for the players, but now, talked about the 24-hour rule, and it's a short week. Now we got to focus on the next opponent. And I know it's a cliche, but really, with our mentalities now, just the next game, let's get ready for Middle Tennessee State.
And just to follow up, they're a good passing team. They like to get it up in the air quite a bit. You sent some extra men against Yale's quarterback. Is that something that you're going to see more of from you guys, trying to get pressure on quarterbacks?
Well, we're game planning today, and we'll game plan throughout the week. They do a good job of blocking and then also protecting, and then also they do a good job of making the catch and yards after the catch. So we'll see what I give our best players the best options to execute their assignments.
But how important is it in your mind defensively to get some kind of pressure on the other team's quarterback?
Well, ideally in a perfect world, you like to have a 4-man rush to pressure the quarterback, and then you can play man in zone. But if the evolution of the game and how the offense try attack, and then you got to create some different angles, and sometimes you have to create more people rushing or dropping some people so that you get a misread, a misprotection, and hopefully you get an interception. So it's a balance, but also they do a good job of RPOs and seeing quickly. So sometimes you can't pressure because they're throwing the ball out too quick, and you're sending another guy that could be in space and make a play in the perimeter.
Bob Joyce, go ahead.
Lou, Kevon Jones, I just noticed he had 7 quarterback hurries in addition to his 8 tackles. Would you say that's his best game since he's been at UConn overall?
Yeah, he had a really good game, productive wise. You wish we had more sacks. We had a lot of hits on the quarterbacks. The sacks will give us, greater down distances for second and third down. But he had a really good game, really productive.
What'd you see from Kevin Mensah yesterday on the other side of the football? He did some good things yesterday, just straightforward running.
Yeah, he ran hard. I think he led our team with rush with 12 attempts, 58 yards. Long and 9-4 he ran hard and pressed the line, and give him credit. And once again, I talked about him earlier on. He's one of our leaders, and he made the best of the situation. And we'll see how this week and see how it goes.
Matt Sean Visky, go ahead.
Matt, go ahead.
We can't hear you, Matt. I don't know.
Matt.
No, you're. I don't know. Sorry, you're not. I don't know, something's going on.
He said no. He put another hand. He puts the other hand up.
You can feel free to send in a chat if you want a question. But Mike, go ahead.
Lou, you talked a lot about cutting down on penalties these last couple of weeks, and that hasn't happened. Is it one of those things where, like in baseball, you talk to a hitter about doing certain things and it gets in his mind, and all of a sudden they start getting penalized? It's almost like, I don't know, it's odd the way those things happen.
Yeah, the some ones we call it, we still got to control it. You don't want to make them robots, but also you don't play cautious. Is just be aware of the environment and where you're at, and know what you can't do. And there's a couple of times, don't put yourself in situations. And perfect one, we had a third down long, was an incomplete. No, it was a sack, but they call I forget, I was roughing the passer, or hands and face mask, I forget what it was. But, we got to control that. And then also on the kickoff, ball went out of bounds and personal foul too. So we got to clean it up. It was addressed.
So some penalties are just out of aggression, and that's something you can live with. And then other things.
No, to win games, you can't live with penalties. But some things you get penalties, it happens in the game, but you try to eliminate them. So no, we want to be aggressive and be under control and try to be penalty free, but that's in a perfect world. But if sometimes you have penalty, you have them, but you shouldn't have many.
That question from Matt, coach, is follow up on Kevin Mensah. He may not be showing up in the stat sheet.
Okay, let me see chat. Okay, hold on, may not be showing up in the stat sheet, but he's in. Yeah, I think we're in a good situation because I think Nate and Kevin both do a good job of protecting. And and yesterday, Kevin stepped up and did a nice job of protection. So it's good. It's good. You have two running backs who want to compete and help us win. And it goes to show the work that they're putting in.
Dom Amore, go ahead.
Yeah, Lou, what defensive players in your mind have really grown over the past few weeks? Who are the guys that have really stepped up and in your mind maybe become better players than maybe people thought they were going to become?
One name you can think of is 33, Hunter Webb. Player got injured, he steps up, and once again, I think on the stats, he led the team in tackles. He's doing well in special teams too. Then also you got Jackson Mitchell, who consistently week in and week out is producing. And then you have Malik Dixon showing up, and then Trey Wortham. You challenge him. He had a big day yesterday. And then we were saying we're progressing in the right direction. You got Tui. He started in a third down package and made plays. He showed up everywhere and also showed up in special teams. So one good thing about this team is everyone's embracing their part and making the best what they want on the field. And that's why I'm happy. I can go on, but everyone's contributing and helping us put a position, get wins. And all the hard work did pay off yesterday.
Okay, anybody else have anything?
Yeah, I got one more. After Friday, Lou, you don't play for almost 3 weeks. What's the game plan after Friday? Do you give them some time off other than going to the training room and the weight room to get stuff done?
Now, I got a question for you, sir.
Yes, sir.
What player or players ask you to ask that question? No, we do have a plan. I'm focusing on Middle Tennessee State right now.
Sure.
But the players will be rested and we'll obviously be ready for the remaining games. But right now we're focusing on Middle Tennessee State and we got that